He took the flower out of my hair and he said, "You're so pretty. Please be my wife. Please marry me." I was so happy to see my ex again. That lasted for about 10 minutes, I think. I don't know. So what do you do when you find out your ex is getting married in a few months? You go out and you look at sexy shoes. Yeah. Why would my ex invite me to his wedding? What could he possibly be thinking? What, we're best friends? We went to camp together? Is he crazy? Everybody, I am so happy to see you today. Thank you so much for coming back and seeing me and Desi. I just love it that you do that. And this week I wasn't going to do a video because, well, I had something happen regarding romance and it kind of rocked my boat, and I thought, well, I'll just make a video next week. And then I thought, no, I want to talk to my girlfriends. I got to talk to you. So I decided, yeah, I'm going to make a video and I'm going to cry on your shoulder. Aren't you glad you came? Anyway, well, I'm not just going to cry on your shoulder. I talked to my ex, but anyway, I'll get to that. But anyway, so I was feeling a little down, so I went up to Burlington because they're moving in my city and everything is like dirt cheap, like 40% off, and their prices are already low anyway. So yeah, feeling the blues and a sale. Yeah, I was there. So I want to show you what I got. I got some clothes and I got this cool sculpture of elephants that I love. I've been looking for something like that for so long. And then on the way home is the Salvation Army. So I had to go in there. Oh wow, now those are some pretty spring dresses. Do you think it's a little too much for me to wear to my ex's wedding? I haven't seen dolls like this in probably 60 years. I have no idea where these dolls came from, but it's amazing to see them. It's really funny, but I am mad about handbags. I love them. I love to go into stores and just look at them and open them up. And they just are, handbags to me are so beautiful. And yet I do have a lot of discipline. I only buy one new handbag a year. And I bought a beautiful tote a year ago that I picked up at Marshall's that I love. A really big tote that can, handle what I lug around like cameras. But anyway, when I was at Burlington, I saw this tote and I fell in love. This is by the designer Tommy Hilfiger. He is, I don't know, he's about 70 years old, and he started designing, in the 70s, in Upper New York. And I don't know, I only bring that up because like the younger designers don't really speak to me. Anyway, I just fell in love with this tote. It's so beautiful. The trim is so beautiful and it's so symmetrical. And I'm a little bit OCD. So when I see, everything just lined up so perfectly, I just thought it was so beautiful. The right size. It looks so expensive. But this was like $101 if I just bought it in a shop. And so this was marked down to $24, and then I got 40% off of that. So you do the math because I can't. Anyway, it's just gorgeous. The inside of this is so roomy. And I can't have a lot of different compartments, you know. My brain is too scattered for that. I just like two main compartments where I can find everything. But there's room for my phone and my hand sanitizer and all the other stuff I lug around, like my cameras. And you probably are wondering, well, why don't you just carry your camera bag? But the thing is, I love to film in stores, and if I have my camera bag and my purse with me, they'll more often than not they'll stop me and they'll sometimes say, well, we really don't want you to film here. So I figured, let's just avoid all that and let's just keep my cameras in my tote. And the other thing that I loved about this tote is, I think you all saw, you know, a few weeks ago, I got that beautiful London fog coat at the Salvation Army, and I thought, oh my gosh, is this going to look great with my London fog trench coat? Anyway, I gotta show you what this looks like with my trench coat, don't I? Yeah, I do.
Got a look and she wants it back. She's firing up that body up. Yeah, babe. You think that I want you, but nah, babe. You're one in a million, but it's not for me. I'm not into girls with a plastic trace. Don't take it too personally. Yeah. My fault, my bad. The word's out, but you aren't ready for it.
You know, I've been having a lot of fun buying little doodads for my balcony. I mean, I haven't had a balcony in, I don't know, never. But anyway, when I was at the Salvation Army, I found this wreath, and this is like wood and wire. It's very interesting. So, and this had a price tag on it of $49, and I got this for $3.99. It's brand new. So, on the back, it has these little tie things. I'm not exactly sure what that's for, but what I thought I would do, since I've got a lot of energy to burn off, I thought I would try to make something with maybe some dried flowers and make an arrangement that I think is very, very pretty, and put it out there on my balcony. And yeah, I thought that would be nice. You know, if there's one thing that you guys have taught me, and that is to look for signs, especially if you're having, you know, kind of an off day or an off week, go out there and look for some signs. And that's what I do. And I tell you, I have always loved elephants. One of my favorite things in my closet is a beautiful elephant skirt that I show you, well, at least once a year, because I always do like a video, like my favorite outfits in my closet. And I love that skirt so much. Anyway, if you ever research elephants and how they're thought of, you know, throughout the world, it's amazing what they symbolize to so many different societies. In India, they have over 1 million shrines to elephants, and supposedly elephants symbolize prosperity and wisdom and strength and tapping into your own power. And I think that's just beautiful. And if there was one thing that I had to learn all over again this past week and what I went through, was that nobody can make me feel bad unless I allow them to make me feel bad. Ah, the power of the elephant. So I want to show you when I was walking down the aisle at Burlington, and mind you, I never buy anything new when it comes to knickknacks. I try to have them all vintage or antiques, but I saw these 5 beautiful elephants walking over a bridge, and I had to have it. I thought it was just so beautiful. It's a wood carving, and the price was right. It was $16. The last one that I saw like this on eBay was over $100. So I was so happy to get it, and I got it in my cart so fast that I didn't even get a chance to really photograph it for you. You know how I usually do. You know, I've got 18 angles going to give you a good shot of the item. Not this. You would have thought there was a gang behind me, you know, that were going to fight me for my elephants. But I loved it. And I'm so grateful that I got it. It seemed a little bit dried out, so I put oil on it just for the moisture. But what I really love about this particular sculpture is that it's like all the elephants are crossing the bridge as one. They're all connected. And I think that's one of the most important lessons that I needed to be reminded of. That we're not in this world alone. We don't do anything alone. It's the love and support of others that helps us through the tough times. And I just wanted to say, please don't ever be afraid to reach out. So many people love you, people you don't probably even know.
Well, one thing is for sure, I'll never forget him. He taught me a lot of things.
You know, I wanted to thank you all so much for your sweet comments on, you know, last week and showing you the little spring clothes that I got at Target and Nordstrom. And you were so sweet. So thank you so much for that. This week I did pick up a few more things, all sale items. I only picked up one thing at the Salvation Army. This is kind of the Carol Little kind of vibe that is crazy, cool. What is it? I don't know. It's paisley. This is by Onyx. It has the crazy sleeves. I saw it and I just couldn't resist it. I saw me, you know, going out this summer, maybe, you know, to see a live band with maybe some, you know, black leggings and this top. It might be too big, but I can always belt it, right? That's my answer for everything in life.
Got a look and she wants it bad. She's firing up that body up. Babe, you think that I want you, but nah, babe. You're one in a million, but it's not for me. I'm not into girls with a plastic.
This is a new blouse that I picked up at Burlington. It's 2 pieces. It has a little camisole, you know, underneath. But this is now like my brand new favorite summer top. I just love it. And, you know, I wanted to make sure that I showed it to you because this might be something, you know, that might be kind of nice and airy, you know, with like light colored leggings. I thought it'd be very, very pretty. But I love this color. You know, another top that I got is by a company named Luna. And it is a gorgeous black top. And I had almost the same exact top when I was 21 years old. And so I didn't care if it was too youthful or whatever. I had to have it. And I just love it. And I don't regret it, but I love this top. I just think it is so precious. It is so pretty. But do you remember in the late 70s that every cool top in the world was like a black floral? I do.
Yeah. Got a look and she wants it bad. She's firing up that body up. Babe, you think that I want you, but nah, babe. You're one in a million, but it's not for me. I'm not into girls with a plastic trace. Don't take it too personally. Yeah. My fault, my bad. The word's out, but you weren't ready for it. Show off appearance.
If I am reading the fashion trends right, What these designers are asking us to buy and wear are dresses that are very reminiscent of the dresses that they wore after the Great Depression. You know, they're very plain, they're very tiny floral dresses, no embellishment. The colors are very muted, kind of depressing. And I've seen the most beautiful creators on YouTube try to pull off some of these dresses, and they can't. Trends come and go, and the pendulum swings both ways, right? So I figure what's going to happen, when we start coming out of the pandemic horror that we've just lived through, is a lot of, red and burgundies and bright colors, and it's going to be fantastic with lots of colors. So I'm trying to get a jump on that. I saw this maxi skirt. And look at the colors in this skirt. Blues and whites and peaches. And I just loved it. And I thought, okay, well, maybe this isn't completely on trend right now because it's not depressing enough. I'm gonna wear it anyway. And I loved it. And I want to show you what it looks like on. A couple weeks ago, I was talking about the movie Hope Floats, and I kind of admitted that every day I kind of check my phone to see if my ex-boyfriend that I have been broken up with for about 1.5 years, I always check to see if he has texted me, and I don't know why. I mean, I did actually, talk to him last fall before I moved, but so everything was okay and fine, but anyway, people said, well, go ahead, you're a big girl, text him. And so I did. I said, hi, how are you? And he immediately called me, and we chatted for about 45 minutes, and it was so fun. And he sounded so happy. And we talked a lot about me, and we talked about his family. And then he said, how about tomorrow? Let's go to our favorite restaurant on the river. And I said, that would be fantastic. And I was really excited. I got all ready, and I thought I was looking not half bad. And so I drove there, and I met him, and I was so happy to see him. He looked great. And we got the perfect table outside, beautiful sunshiny day. Well, anyway, we started chatting, and I don't know, maybe about 10 minutes in, he said, I have something I need to tell you. And I thought, oh, okay. And he pulled out his wallet, and in his wallet he had a picture of a very lovely woman. She looked to be, probably, maybe a little bit younger than me. I'm not sure. But he said her name was Janet, and that he had met her last October, and they're going to be married. They're getting married this May. And I thought, how lovely. I was happy for him, but I also was thinking, why didn't you mention this yesterday? And did you really have to take me out to lunch to tell me? I mean, I'm not like your mom. You don't have to get permission from me to get married. Why am I there? I don't know. Maybe that's wrong thinking, but I just thought, why am I here? And I suddenly became fascinated with my shoes. So, anyway, he just, our dinner came, and he just seemed to go on and on and on about plans and how happy he was, and how he felt that somebody loved him, and how happy he was for me because he had seen some of my videos and thought that I just looked so happy and he loved my new place. And anyway, he just went on and on and on, and I kept thinking back to my marriage proposal from my husband Eddie, the disc jockey. That was such a great guy. And I just flashed back of, how we were, on a date. We'd been dating for about 3 months, and I had a flower in my hair, and, well, it was 1977. And he took the flower out of my hair, and he said, "You're so pretty. Please be my wife. Please marry me." And I remember thinking at the time, Eddie loved me enough for two. And that was good enough for me. And so here I am, I'm thinking about all of this, and my friend is just going on and on and on about Janet, his wife-to-be. And then I kind of came out of my dream state, and I made a couple excuses, and I shook his hand. I wished him luck, and while I was getting ready to leave, he held on to my hand and he said, "I'd love it if you'd come to the wedding. You could do some filming. You could get some great footage." Some great footage from the man who really didn't want me to do videos, wanted me to, spend more time with him. He never asked me to marry him. He asked me to live with him, but not marry him. Not that it makes a difference. I was just so grateful that I drove myself. I was so grateful to get in my car and drive home. And instead of feeling miserable, I felt relieved, I felt happy, but I also felt wistful. I thought about my ex and the good times we had. I thought about, him moving into a house with his new lady. I thought how wonderful it would be, to have a garden again in my own yard. And I do remember he and I used to look at houses together. But in the end, I didn't love him. And he didn't love me enough for two. So I just feel that my guy is on his way. I don't know why I say that. I just feel like something's gonna happen this year. And so I'm getting in shape. But I'd be lying if I didn't say that I felt bad, because I did. And I don't even know why I felt bad. I'm certainly not going to the wedding. But I will send a gift and a card. And I do genuinely want him to be happy. I really do. Everybody, thank you so much for hanging out with us today. I loved every second of it. And down below, if you have time, could you tell us, what do you do when you're feeling a little bit blue? I'm sure most of you don't go shopping for sales, but just let me know. If you play music or garden or whatever, I think that would be wonderful. And I am going to be gone next week. I am going to get my second vaccine shot, so I know I'm not going to feel very well probably for a day or so. And Desi also has to go to the vet next week. I'm going to see you in 2 weeks, but please be well and know I'm going to miss you. But have yourself a wonderful brand new week. And when you're done with the next 2 weeks, come back and see me and Desi, okay? All right, it's a deal.
I've looked at love from both sides now, but it's love's illusions I recall. I really don't know love at all.